Welcome to Good Morning Vail for this August 16th Wednesday edition. I'm your in-studio host, Ben Roof, and I hope you're hungry because today is all about food. Gretchen Pleshaw is going to be taking us to some fantastic restaurants here in the Vail Valley, and Lauren's Kitchen is going to stop by and give us an introduction into a wonderful dish. So your first hour of Good Morning Vail starts now. Welcome back to the show. Gretchen Pleshaw and I had the opportunity to head over to Flame at the Four Seasons in Vail and check out their fantastic pop-up menu with Chef Juan from their location in Buenos Aires. Let's hear what they have to say.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw. We're at the Four Seasons Resort Vail. I am so very excited today. It's such a beautiful space, and I'm here with the amazing, the man, the myth, the legend, Chef Juan. I feel like I'm gonna get upstaged a little bit today. I have so many secrets in store for you today because Chef Juan is pretty awesome.
Thank you very much.
Of course, why are you here at the Four Seasons today?
Why I am here? Because we would like to bring a little bit of Argentinian cuisine and what we do at the Four Seasons Buenos Aires in our restaurant Elena, that is a traditional Argentinian steakhouse. So the idea is to mix a little bit, combine Argentinian and American type of steakhouse.
I love this, and I have to stop you for a moment because Elena, you told me a little bit about the name of the restaurant. It was going to be your daughter's name, and you decided against that for your daughter, but for the restaurant, Elena stuck.
Yeah, because Elena was the owner of the mansion that we have inside the hotel. We have a mansion from 1920 that we have rooms on it. So the lady who received us as a present from his wife was Elena Alzagonsue. And because of that, we put the same name to the restaurant.
So Chef Juan, you are here in Vail at this beautiful steakhouse, Flame, which I'm obsessed with. I am so excited because not only are you a world-renowned chef, I can easily say that, you also are on a show, a TV show. You have your own TV show.
Yeah, I have my TV show in Argentina. It's a daily TV show. We have a lot of fun. We fight each other with other chefs.
Yes.
And we try to train people that they don't have any clue on how to cook, but we need to fight each other with them. So it's quite fun.
The only reason I brought this up is because not only was I nervous because he is a world-renowned chef and I don't know how to cook, he also is on TV. So I feel a little bit out of my element because you're going to be better than I.
No, please.
But going back to this, being here, Four Seasons Vail, I know you're so excited. What can we look forward to? I know it's a new menu.
It
for
is
the
a
next
totally
month.
new, exactly. We'll have it for 1 month.
Okay.
Basically, we have all the best dishes or the best seller dishes that we have in our restaurant.
Okay.
So we have 5 starters, 5 main course, and of course, good steaks. So we brought some steaks from Montana.
Okay.
They are grass-fed, and we dry age it for 45 days. It's the same way we do it in Argentina. So I'm pretty sure people will love to try those. And of course, from those dishes, we have specialty things that we normally have in Argentina, like sweetbreads. Sweetbreads is a glang,
Yes.
but for Argentinian, sweetbreads is like foie gras for French.
So you're bringing the Argentinian spice to Vail, to the
Exactly.
Four Seasons.
That's
of
the
Vail.
idea, yeah. That's the idea, to enjoy Argentinian flair in Vail.
That's amazing. Well, I think you're already bringing the flair, bringing the fun. I cannot wait to try. What would you say is your I know this is such a loaded question.
Yeah.
Okay, you can pick two. What
Okay.
are your top two favorite things that you're going to be cooking, if you're allowed to give us a little sneak peek?
Absolutely, yes. So we have a steak that we do Milanese. So it's breaded,
Oh,
it's dry aged, fried in olive oil, pure olive oil, and then it comes with an alioli of black garlic on top, some cake burrs, and it's really unbelievable. Fried eggs on top. We call it Milanesa a caballo.
Oh, you're
That
making
is
me hungry.
schnitzel on horse. I don't know why, but the eggs
Schnitzel
are on
on
top.
horse? I love that. Makes complete sense.
So that-
Schnitzel on horse.
That is something that we eat since we are child.
Okay.
So it's a very
Traditional.
yeah, it's very traditional, but we elevate it with dry aged beef.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that is especially something that I love.
So come and ask for the schnitzel on the horse.
Yeah, exactly.
From Chef Juan. Okay, is that number one?
That's number one.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll say from the savory side, the sweetbreads.
Okay.
That's amazing. It comes with baby potatoes and a lemon emulsion.
Oh,
So it's a lemon cooked and the pulp is emulsified with butter, so it's really tasty. But we have some sweets also.
okay. I want to hear about the sweet. I love, yes.
So we have panqueques. Panqueques is our crepes.
Okay.
It's Argentinian crepes, and it comes very filled with dulce de leche.
That's me. I'm
yeah.
into it. Yeah. yeah.
But this is a smoked, so it's something different. It's a twist to our traditional panqueque of dulce de leche.
Okay, I am so hungry now. I'm so excited, and I am lucky enough that I get to try some of these amazing items tonight,
Absolutely,
which
yeah.
I'm so stoked on. I want to know, how did you get into cooking? How did you become what? I know it's a simplistic question, but what really sparked your love of cooking?
I mean, I grew up on the side of my grandma. My grandma used to be a great cook,
Okay.
house cook, but she teach my paladar, the taste. So when I was a child, when I was 6 years old, I used to eat octopus, snails,
Wow.
yeah, frogs, any kind of strange meats that we used to get from the farm, and my grandma used to cook it for us. So since then, I love to cook.
Hooked.
Even though I am an electronic technician.
That's
So,
amazing.
Yeah, exactly. So at some point I was losing my mind, and and one day I say, I need to go for it, and I
Right
started
on.
studying cuisine in 1998,
Wow.
and then from there in 2000 I entered Four Seasons Company
Okay.
in Buenos Aires, and from there I started my career. Actually, in Four Seasons I met my wife.
I
We
love
got
it.
married in the mansion of the hotel.
Tough, rough life, yeah.
Yeah, tough life.
Yeah, tough
That's
life.
the
Yeah.
hotelier life.
Yeah, I love this.
So then we start our trip around the world. We live in
Wow.
the US, we live in Mexico and in Egypt.
Wow, in Egypt?
Yeah.
So you are such an amazing human to be able to say to people, really follow your dreams.
Yeah.
Not to be cheesy, but that is, you were doing something that was really kind of crushing your soul, it sounds like, and you went for it. And now you are a world renowned, I'm saying it again, chef, and you have your own TV show, and we get you here in
And
Vail.
live, a beautiful life with
Yes.
the family, doing what I love to do. So
Yes.
I'm very lucky.
That's so brilliant. And you're here for how long, did you say?
Well, I will stay only a few days.
Okay.
But I have one of my right-hand chefs,
Cool.
lady chef, Mika.
Okay.
She will stay longer to make sure we can continue with the menu of Elena with the
Awesome.
right taste of each dish. So
That is so brilliant. I am so excited. And everyone here can go, they can come here to Flame.
absolutely, every night we have the menu,
Right.
and then we'll have also some dishes from Flame, starting from Wednesday.
Okay.
But you can come anytime, any dinner time with us.
I am so very excited. I feel like you're such an incredible human being.
Thank you very much.
I feel like I made a new friend and I cannot wait to eat all your food. I
That's great.
am stoked and I hope to see everyone here, the Four Seasons, Vail, and come and stop by. And maybe they won't be able to see Chef Juan, but that you can taste his brilliant food. So make sure and stop by. Thanks so much and keep right here for more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Rome in Eagle is one of my favorite restaurants in the Valley, and Gretchen Pleshaw had the opportunity to sit down with Chef Adrian and talk about their rotating menus. So let's hear what they have to say.
Welcome to the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. I'm your host, Gretchen Pleshaw, here in beautiful Eagle, Colorado at the gorgeous restaurant Rome. I'm here with Adrienne, the owner and cook of the beautiful Rome in Eagle, Colorado, and she's such a stunning human being. I love your space. I feel honored to be here. I feel like I've known you through lifetimes at this point.
Thank you. Likewise.
Thank you. And I'm so impressed with your space, and I heard the food even elevates it more. How are you doing, Adrienne?
I'm well, thank you.
Good. And so I want to know, I know a little bit of the background of Rome. How did this beautiful place come to be? How did this all happen, manifest itself?
It was manifested and it worked. I started out as a food truck and it was called the Roaming Gourmet. We started in Rancho Del Rio for a summer. Right as COVID was at its peak, which was great. Then winter rolled around and we had an opportunity to join the team at Bonfire.
Yes.
So we had our food truck right in front of Bonfire Brewery, which is directly next door to this brick and mortar. And an opportunity came up that the space next to them was open for a restaurant. But the caveat was that there was no kitchen. It isn't zoned for a kitchen. So, ironically, I had a food truck.
Wow.
So we just rolled it around the block and hooked it up. And this is our brick and mortar with a 20-foot food trailer as our kitchen.
Okay, so it truly was meant to be. This was not by circumstance, happenstance.
Yeah, I think so.
That's amazing. And I actually remember the food truck, and you guys were always there were 1 million people around, and it was so popular.
It was great.
And so now do a lot of those people know that this has shifted into?
Yeah, and it's been 2 years. It'll be 2 years in a couple weeks that we've been at this brick and mortar. And it was 1 full year of the Roaming Gourmet as the food truck.
Right.
So we did elevated pub food out of that food truck.
Right.
You know, things like duck tacos and duck confit, things like that. Really nice slow braised meats. We really pushed it. Push the limits.
Well, and that's what I'm so interested in, because I did a little research beforehand and I looked at all the food options, and I know that your menu changes, am I correct, weekly, monthly?
Monthly.
Monthly,
yeah.
Okay.
We change our menu monthly, so. And now we have an opportunity to be a little bit more, intricate with the details.
Right.
Instead of just a food truck where it's kind of fast.
Right.
This is more relaxed dining. We can relax a little bit more in preparation, not too much, but a little bit more in preparation. The timing is different, so it allows us to, spend a little bit more time on the menu and spend a little bit more time plating.
But that's a huge deal, a monthly, I don't know any other restaurant I can't even think of anywhere I've been that does a monthly shift of their menu.
Yeah, it's ridiculous and insane.
I love it. You're like, it's
my
brilliant
poor staff.
And hard.
Yeah, it's really great. And I think that a lot of cooks and people in kitchens get a little bit, it's tiring doing the same dishes over and over again. And I think that I really thought that people, our guests would want to have the same thing over and over again. And I find that they don't. I find that they're really eager when we change the menu monthly. And our specials are are also wonderful. We have specials on top of our monthly changes.
I
but
love that.
Yeah, I think that people have come to expect that let's come as many times as we can this month because it's changing. So we see a lot of repeat guests.
Cool.
It's really fun.
I love that. Well, and I'm so inspired because you let me know that so much of the decor, the alcohol, what you buy as far as like making the food, all of the ingredients, it's very much local based, and your local love and appreciation.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's a
well,
big deal.
Colorado is an amazing state, and it
Yeah.
has so many different, amazing things that it produces or come out of it, from Palisade peaches to bourbons to beers to, some wonderful produce that we get here. Our cows, our lamb, our pork. So really, we don't need to look very far, and it's safer, it's cleaner. We know where our food is coming from, which I think more people are being, people are more cognizant of that, as well as me. I never feed my guests anything that I wouldn't ingest myself. So it's important to me that it's clean. It's good.
love that you said that, and I also know that you don't use any hormones in your food,
No
which
hormones.
is huge.
Yeah,
That's a
nothing.
big deal.
I don't believe in it. I think that a lot of our, without getting too crazy and, medical, I just believe a lot of issues health-wise come from eating tainted foods. So,
100%.
and hopefully the world is changing and they're starting to see that, and it used to be very difficult. Even 2 years ago, it was difficult for me to find some foods and meats that weren't, injected with hormones
Right.
or antibiotics. And it's much easier today to find it.
I felt
So-
that shift. You're like, simplistic
Yeah.
feeling and idea, but it's truth. What you put in your body is
Yeah.
obviously what you're going to get out
Sure.
of it. So.
Yeah, it's very true.
And this is such a beautiful romantic space. I mean, it's stunning.
Thank
Did you
you.
do the decor?
Yeah,
Did you?
I did. I did.
How
Yeah.
this woman is amazing. She does it all. Cooking. She does the decor. You have a gorgeous patio. I would love to hear about that. That's stunning.
Yeah, so we do have limited seating in this space, and when I first looked at it, I was so enthralled with it. I loved how intimate it was, and
Yeah.
I thought we could really make this space feel like it could be anywhere. It could be in Italy, it could be
Yes.
in Morocco, it could be in Colorado, it could be anywhere. And that's what I wanted to kind of mirror, was just, it could be anywhere, but it's an intimate, lovely space that you
Yeah.
could come on a date, on a first date. You could come with your family, you could come with your friends, and it has like a nice, energetic buzz to it because it is small inside. But we had the opportunity, knowing that there was this big outdoor space that may or may not have been built for that. It may have been built for something else, but we utilized it as an outdoor seating area that enhances our capacity off season.
And it's gorgeous.
So it really is pretty. It's kind of, we were talking
Yes.
that I kind of, mirrored it after some restaurants in LA, one being Ivy, the
Love
Ivy in
that.
LA.
Yes.
And I wanted it to feel like there was greenery all around. And again, with an outdoor space, typically they're very wide open and cavernous. The sky is your ceiling.
Yes.
And we still have that in part of it, but we wanted it to feel like there were hanging lights and hanging chandeliers and still very romantic.
I
And
feel like very secret garden vibes with
Yeah.
the mountains in the background.
Yeah,
The
it's so
backdrop, you
pretty.
can't do any better than that.
oh, it is beautiful. People love sitting out there.
Well, and that's brilliant to know, because I do love the space is so small and, well, not even small, intimate, and
Yeah.
it does have such good energy, good vibes in here. And you said, though, you can go on open table.
You can.
So that way you know that you definitely have
Yes.
a reservation.
Yeah,
And then
you
if
can
there is
confirm.
overflow, you can go out to the patio and enjoy.
Absolutely.
And your
Yeah.
bar is amazing as
Yeah.
well. I
It's a
can't get
great
away from
bar.
that. Yeah.
It's a great bar. It's a great, the drinks are really, we're very proud of our cocktails.
Yeah, and you said that you have non-alcoholic options and alcoholic options,
We
which is
do.
a huge, I think right now becoming a boom. It's a booming thing.
Yeah, we've had NA spirits on our shelf since we opened our doors, knowing
Wow.
that, I think part of it was that we were in Eagle and we wanted to attract people from all over the valley, up and down. And driving would be an issue if you were going to have,
Right.
more than one drink. So we have drinks or NA spirits on our menu that you can replace a tequila with an NA
So
tequila, replace a bourbon with an NA bourbon.
And I've never even heard of that, to be
Yeah.
quite frank with you.
Yeah,
So I'm
they're
sure other
really
people are
great.
going to be, yes.
Yeah, it's really great. And a lot of them are distilled the same way, just it takes the alcohol out. So it's really neat.
Well, I am very excited to come in. Personally, I know I've heard already from certain friends that we both know how amazing the food is. What is your favorite dish to create at this? I know you're always evolving, changing, it's fluid, as far as your food. Is there one thing that you love to make here?
I can't. It's like picking a favorite child.
I know.
I think that we do variations of different types of meatballs and different sauces.
Yeah.
So there's that. Whether it's pork or veal or venison, I love creating some sort of a meatball dish, and our guests really, really love it. I do one of my go-tos here, and we just changed the sauce, and it's coming up on the next menu, is our sous vide or slow cooked pork shank.
Oh.
So we're doing a spin on it this month that is more of an Asian spin-off of that. So we'll definitely do that. That's one of my favorites. And I always like to bring back, especially in the wintertime, my Uncle Johnny made a cacciatore dish, an Italian cacciatore dish that was just to die for. And in honor of him and him teaching me that dish, I do repeat that, and our guests love it. So.
Well, you are fabulous. I feel like I made a new
you.
bestie today. I adore you. I think your space is stunning. I can't wait to try the food. I've already, like I said, heard amazing things, and I cannot wait to come in. So thank you so much, Adrienne.
We can't wait to serve you.
Keep it right here for more of the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. Lauren's Kitchen is a wonderful local catering company, and chef owner Lauren stopped by to show us one of her favorite dishes. Let's take a look.
As promised, we're going to be doing some delicious cooking in the kitchen, and we've got Lauren from Lauren's Kitchen joining us. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Yes, thank you for having me.
All right, so I love mushrooms, and I think that what you've got going on here is we were talking a little bit off camera. My mouth is watering, and I'm really excited. But let's briefly talk a little bit about what your business does and how people can benefit from it here in our community.
Most definitely. So I own Lauren's Kitchen. It's in Edwards Riverwalk. We're next in between the Bookworm and Lacey's, in case people don't understand where we're at. We do grab and go and catering, so that actually means that I prepare all the food from scratch in the refrigerators. You can grab, take it to go, reheat it at home, or dine in. And then we also do private catering, so any kind of thing is, the world is your oyster, basically. We do a lot of dietary restrictive items, which is something that not a lot of chefs like to do in the Valley. But I kind of cater to those people specifically. And this dish that we're doing today is actually a naturally gluten-free item, so super popular, super easy to do. Should it be everything that someone is familiar with having in their kitchen already? So.
Which makes it nice and convenient, and I've definitely stopped in to your location next to the Bookworm, only because I don't eat a lot of red meat and pork products. I've removed those from my diet quite some time ago, and it is really hard to find those certain items that you do love. Like, I have a hard time finding a vegetarian lasagna, but I love it so much.
Yep, we do that.
I know, because I've had yours, and it's amazing.
Thank you.
And so it's super nice that people have that option.
Yes, definitely. And yeah, I just like to have all the options available. Like during the day, we have usually a protein, a chicken, a beef, usually some type of vegan option, a vegetarian option, gluten-free, all the things. And then that way someone from all kinds of dietary restrictive groups can come in and find something for each of their members of their family to eat. So
Which I
that.
think is so important. And
Yes.
not only that, but your space is so adorable and your
Thank you.
staff is so knowledgeable
Yes.
about what you guys are doing and how you guys are kind of making that difference, especially when you do have a lot of dietary restrictions. It's really hard when you're out and about and you want to just grab something to go quickly.
Exactly.
You can't always stop at that like Wendy's or McDonald's because you can't eat
And
that.
who knows what's in that anyway.
Right, exactly. And so
Yeah.
it's really important that people eat healthier and they take care of their bodies, especially because we're such an active
Exactly.
place to be right now.
Exactly.
So let's get started on
Okay.
making this delicious meal.
Perfect. So these are just regular white button mushrooms that I got from the grocery store. You can buy, they come in the little package. You want to try and get the bigger ones so that you can stuff them. And the cool thing about this recipe is we're going to use every part of the mushroom. So we're not throwing away the stems. We're going to actually chop them up and use them in our dish. And to remove them, you just pop them out. It's super easy. See, they just pop right out. So that way you have the nice little crevice, and then we're going to chop these up, and they will become part of our dish. So I actually have some already chopped up. So in a skillet pan, which is already hot, we're going to add just your regular breakfast sausage. And I prefer this one, but you can use whatever one you like. But it's just the kind that's in the fridge aisle next to the bacon. So you're going to brown those up, and they're just going to be little chunks like this. And you're going to make sure you break them up into little pieces. And then another ingredient is just diced onion, yellow onion, just fine diced. So we're going to add that guy in as well. And that'll cook up in this sausage fat, so you don't need any extra oil or any extra butter or anything like that. And then once that comes together, it'll be basically once the onion is tender, slightly translucent, and then that will be ready to mix with our mushrooms. And we'll put those in as well. I'm just going to turn this up a little so we have some sizzle going. Magic of TV here, right?
Magic. I feel like I'm already learning so much. I'm the worst cook, like hands down.
Right.
It's like embarrassing, and so
No worries. That's why I'm here.
I love this. And
In the valley, I mean.
Right,
For everyone.
exactly. You make it easy, and especially when I'm
Yes.
like, oh, I'm gonna host like a little gathering at my house, and I'm like, I can literally make
Yep.
maybe top ramen, and that's like on a good
Exactly.
day. So you make it nice and convenient. And for those people who are always on the go, super busy, but they want to take care of themselves, you do offer all of these amazing recipes with a lot of delicious options and a lot of delicious ingredients so that it is healthier out there.
Exactly, exactly. And they can, I just require a 2-day heads up because we are a small staff, boutique business. So 2-day heads up, you can choose from any of my available options, or if you have family recipes you'd rather me recreate, I can do that as well. You can also bring in your own casserole dish, and I will create the meal in your dish, and you can pretend that you made that for your guests. And I'm cool with that.
Wow, you're
So,
like taking, you're doing
Yeah.
all the dirty work for a lot
Exactly.
of the people out there who
All
can't
of it.
cook like myself, which is so incredible. And
Yep.
it's just such a fun way for people to experience what you guys do at Lauren's Kitchen.
Yes, exactly. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and skip to. Oh, the other thing I add in here is garlic. I'm not actually sure where that went, but it goes in here. So garlic, and then a little salt and pepper, and a little bit of Italian seasoning. Super easy. That's going to bring the whole thing to life. And you're just seasoning it so to your taste preference. If you like a lot of pepper, put a lot in. If you don't like a lot of pepper, just a little bit. It's just going to give it a little kick. And then the Italian seasoning is going to just give you that second depth of flavor. So once all that cooks up,
You can
we'll
hear it
add
sizzling.
in, finally, right? I think I finally turned it on. We'll add in the cream cheese, and this is just store-bought regular cream cheese, full fat. And I do about half a package for like 1 package of mushrooms. So you're not even doing that much cheese. So it's kind of diet friendly. I don't know about sausage, not really, but whatever.
That's all right.
Details.
I mean, it's called balance here.
Yes.
You're getting your mushrooms, so you're getting your fresh veggies that you're just
Exactly.
really only going to bake.
Yes, exactly, and you bake them. So, and they're baking in their own juices. Like again, like I said, you can just use like a little Pam spray. You don't have to use olive oil or any other extra fats. And that actually just goes on the mushrooms. We'll get there. Anyway, so once this cooks down, it will become like this.
Yum.
So this is just the mix, totally mixed up. I fine chopped everything, and it just becomes like a big cream base like this. And then what we're going to do is just stuff the mushrooms. Pretty easy. I like to load a huge bunch in there, kind of have it over the top because when it bakes, it will cook down. So like so, put them all in there, stick them on our baking pan, one that you can see. Boop.
I love this. I
Yes.
love anything that has to do with like those comfort food elements.
Yes.
And I feel like this is bringing all of that comfort food together. This makes me feel like the holidays with my mom right now.
Yes, exactly. And this will give you like all the smells of home without like too much effort. You can still enjoy your party. You could also do this ahead of time and then just pop them in a 375 oven for about 5 to 10 minutes and they'll reheat perfectly just in time for guests to arrive and you can already be ready to go.
Which is super convenient, and this is also great finger food. So
Yes.
if you're looking for something to serve up on that platter as you're kind of hosting everyone, whether it's for the holidays or whether you're just having one of those amazing dinner parties where you want
Yes.
people to think about the food as you're walking out the door. Now, is this something that people can order in bulk from you guys?
Oh yes, 100%. Yes, I do parties anywhere from, my minimum for selections is about 4 servings. The max is 300. So you just tell me where you want to be on the spectrum and I got you.
Which makes it super nice and convenient. We're going to take a very short break, and when we come back from the break, we're going to check in on all the products, see how everything is going, and then see what that final product looks like, tastes like, and then tell you guys how you can enjoy Lauren's Kitchen for your parties. So stay tuned.
Perfect, thank you.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Chef Lauren has been in the kitchen preparing a fantastic meal for us. Let's see how her progress is going.
Welcome back to the TV8 kitchen, which we've now given up as Lauren's Kitchen here at the TV8 studio. Lauren, it smells amazing
Oh,
in
yes.
here. We're just a couple steps away from having the finished product. And
Yep.
so what left do we have to do to these mushrooms?
So the only thing we're going to do left is the Pam spray. It's just any kind of spray that's non-stick you can use. It doesn't matter what kind it is. And I just like to spray the top of it. Oh, I also wanted to mention, I put these on parchment paper. That's going to help prevent sticking, because the last thing you want to do when you're preparing for a party is to be struggling with the pan trying to get these mushrooms off. Just use parchment. If you don't have parchment, foil works as well. And then we're just going to spray the tops of them like this. And this is just going to give it a little sheen. It's going to make sure the mushrooms cook through, get shiny and pretty, and also will keep everything kind of golden and moist. That's what we're going for.
I think is so incredible, and especially when
Yes.
you're cooking mushrooms in this capacity, you don't want them to become nice and dried out.
Exactly. Do not forget about them in the oven. That's the key.
That's the key. So once you pop
Yep.
these in the oven, what do you want your oven set to?
Okay, the oven, you want to preheat it to 375. I like 375 better than 350 because it'll cook a little bit quicker. It's going to do exactly what we want and not take like an hour to cook. I think I wanted to mention that I know like back in the 70s, 60s and 70s, everything, casseroles and stuff went in at 350. And everybody's just used to recooking things at 350. But I choose 375 because it cooks quicker, it gets everything perfectly golden, and yeah, it just takes less time.
So when you
Don't
leave,
suffer.
yeah, right. You're not sitting there like, oh,
Yeah. Why is this taking like 30 minutes when it could take 15?
Well,
it's like half the time, really.
And this is a great tip, especially because we have a lot of people that come into town
Yep.
that may want to get their hands on these, recook them at their home where they're currently staying as they're visiting, and things cook differently at altitude.
Oh my gosh, that is so true. Good point. So if you are above 9,000 feet, I'm talking to you, Cordillera, and Batra Gulch, you want to basically give everything at least 20 extra minutes from what the recommended time is. And that's going to be for reheating like beef tenderloin, which is one of the holiday specials I do. Because if you do just the basic time, it is not going to reheat. It's going to like get to temperature and then it's going to stop cooking. And you want to actually like continue to cook that through. So you want to give it another 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes on average just to finish cooking.
Which I think is really important, and that's something that I've definitely struggled with
Yep.
recently.
It took me a long time to figure out.
that like
Got it down.
Right, perfect. Which is why we
Yep.
turn to you for all of these important questions.
Yep, exactly.
Now, we were talking a little bit off camera, just because I don't need any red meat or pork products, and
Right.
obviously this is including some of that.
Yep,
So this
sausage.
isn't a meal that I would necessarily come and get, but you guys have some great alternatives, which
Most
would
definitely.
make this meal super friendly to my diet.
Yes, so we've got a couple different options. We do a vegetarian option that's going to be spinach artichoke dip, kind of similar situation where you brown the onions and then you put in spinach to saute until it's wilted, garlic, salt, pepper, cream cheese, same thing, and then a little bit of artichokes. And then I'll just actually pulse that in like a food processor just to get it smooth so it all chunks into the mushroom perfectly, just like kind of what we made with the puree of the sausage. And then another option, and those are really tasty, really good. People love those. Another option is a vegan stuffed mushroom, and those I make with sun-dried tomatoes, spinach, onion, garlic, and walnuts. And the
Yum.
walnuts pureed in a food processor will give that active like a creaminess without having to use cheese. And those are great. And you same thing, you just stuff them, put them in the oven, cook them off, and voila.
See, I think it's so incredible when we have all of these options, because sometimes you hear a meal like this and
Yep.
you're like, this is what I want, that stuffed mushroom. I want the crunch of the mushroom. Like,
Yep.
I want all of it, but you have a hard time finding it where it matches your diet.
Exactly.
And so to have a place like Lauren's Kitchen is so incredible here in our community. Now, what inspired you to create Lauren's Kitchen?
So I got the family story. I'm a sixth generation Texan. I escaped. And I grew up cooking with both my grandmothers, paternal grandmothers, and basically we did Southern comfort food all the time. So chicken fried steak, Texas style chili, that means no beans. We did all kinds of like biscuits and gravy, all the comforty stuff. And I really loved doing that because they would let me just have free for all in their kitchen. They'd be like, here's the pantry, here's our leftovers, just make something. And I would just like create all these concoctions. Then I'd usually test them on my little brother.
What a good little brother.
Yeah,
what a
right?
good sport that
Exactly.
your little brother is.
Yes. And we'd get a thumbs up or a thumbs down, then we tweak it and keep going from there. But one thing I noticed with Southern comfort food is it's a lot of heavy fats. So
Yes.
a lot of like dairy, like I think to make my grandmother's famous chocolate pie, it takes 2 sticks of butter, and that was just like extreme.
Right.
So my whole goal with Lauren's Kitchen was to try and kind of keep the comfort food feels, but reduce the fat a little bit. So that's why I have the vegan options, et cetera. And then also I try to downplay the butter and the cream wherever possible. Not saying I never use cream, because I definitely do in some of my casseroles, but it's less than what I grew up on. So it's slightly healthier.
Which I think is important. And also, there's nothing that beats that home-cooked meal and the
Yes.
flavor of it. And just based on your story and based on what I got to see here, I can tell that all of your food is made with love,
Oh, yes.
which is one of those incredible things that, honestly, some people like me definitely miss, since I'm not close to home right now.
Yep.
And also, I'm a terrible cook.
Yes, I am here for those terrible cooks. I've got your back, you know.
This is what we love. This is what I
Yes.
need more of in
Definitely.
my life. And so now you've created this entire business, and you do a
Yep.
lot of things. We were saying from servings of 4.
400 to 300 we can handle. I just need a little heads up. We're not miracle workers. If you come in the day of, I'm going to ask you to come back tomorrow at the very least. But during the holidays, we're a little extreme, and so we need to have as much notice as possible. That being said, I am booked this Christmas. But anytime after that, Easter, etc., spring break, we're open, we're ready for you guys.
Which I think is so incredible, and especially as we're starting to see like engagements coming to town
yes,
to
lots of
happen
weddings.
on the snow, and the weddings
Yes.
and all of these fun activities that we know and love here in our community. Now, if people are interested
Yep.
in booking something with you, getting their hands on some of your delicious food, what's the best way for them to do so?
All right, the best way is go to my website, and that's laurenskitchenedwards.com. If you click on, there's 2 buttons there. There's going to be grab and go and catering, which is what I do. So grab and go is going to be more of the storefront. You're just going to come in, see what we have that day, take it home, or eat it at the shop. And then the other option is catering. And if you click on catering, there's a whole set of all my menus that I have currently. And then from there, you can pick and choose whatever you like. I try to list all dietary restrictions, so gluten-free, vegan, if you need any of that. Otherwise, just pick what you like. And I also do naturally gluten-free, naturally vegan. I try not to use the weird alternative stuff. I'm not a fan of rice noodles, etc.
Right.
I don't know. Anyway, so then you just shoot me an email, let me know exactly what you want, how many people are in your party, when you'd like to pick it up, and any dietary restrictions you have, or if none. Also, I need to know if if it's just a group of hungry teenagers, I need to know that because they eat like 3 times as much as most people. Went to a party recently and it was all kids and I was like, oh my goodness, I do not have enough beef tenderloin, and each kid had like 5 pieces, and I was like, these girls aren't going to get any because the guys took all the meat. But it's because I didn't know. I thought it was just a regular group.
I have identical twin brothers. They are 12.
Oh, yes.
And they eat like truck drivers.
Yes,
like
100%.
They can just eat and eat and eat and not stop at any point. And I'm like, you are a bottomless pit. 100%. So that is a great
Please let me know that.
If you've got a room filled with bottomless pits, make sure that she knows so that she can accommodate to that. Now, we have let these cook in the oven for a little bit of time.
Yep, so about 10 to 15 minutes at 375. And then we'll see what we got, and then we'll decorate it and make it even prettier for your guests.
All right,
so ready for this?
Yes, let's pull them out. Let's see this final product.
Perfect.
Let's see how delicious they look now that they're all cooked through.
And this is I have a magic of television set here.
Yes.
So these are going to be a little bit more golden than the ones that I just put in because they were cooked a little bit longer. And you can tell that they're just a little bit golden on the sides. And you can tell that kind of cooked as well. It's not as white and pale like it was. And then what we're going to do to decorate it, easy peasy. I just have some fresh chopped parsley. You can also use dried parsley. If you do dried, put it in the mix before you put it in the oven, and that'll like tenderize it. Otherwise, you got weird crunchy parsley on top. Whatever. It's your mushroom, whatever.
These are all such good cooking tips, and especially because I'm just like so oblivious.
Yeah.
So this is something that really helps.
And then this is just grated Parmesan cheese. You can just use the kind in the green can, whatever works for you. And you just sprinkle it on, and you see how it kind of makes it look like little snow dust.
Yes.
Pretty, and then that'll also give a little bit more umami to it. And then you do the parsley. Pretty, right?
Super pretty. They look absolutely delicious. I'm really sad that I'm missing out due to the sausage on these, but they look beautiful. And so people can definitely come and get their hands on them from you.
Yes, definitely. I do need a pre-order on these. They do not hold well, so I don't have my fridge stocked with a lot of the appetizer finger foods, just because my whole goal is minimal waste, and I don't like things just sitting in the fridge. I hate throwing away food that doesn't sell. So anything that's in the fridge is going to be something that can hang out for at least a day or two before it goes, and then before it sells, I should say. And then you have about 5 to 6 days to eat it after that. So,
Amazing. That's incredible. Lauren, thank you so much
You're
for coming
welcome.
in, making the TV8 studio Lauren's personal kitchen, because I really love it, and you can come back anytime to hang out with me.
Perfect.
Teach me all these cooking tips,
Yes, there's plenty more tips to go around. Definitely.
Lauren, thank you again so much
for coming
in.
Thank you so much for having me.
Make sure that you check out Lauren's Kitchen. It's a great place where you can get your hands on some delicious food that's going to be healthy, hearty, and really bring out that Southern comfort food, but also while making it feel like you're eating at your mom's house. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the second hour of Good Morning Vail on this Wednesday, August 16th. I'm your host, Ben Roof. On today's show, we're going to be talking to the cast of Tony and Tina's Wedding. We'll be speaking to Leap Academy, a fantastic way to polish up your professional skills. We'll also be talking to the Eagle Valley Library District, and some other fantastic guests are stopping by. So your second hour of Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up,
Welcome back to the show. We're now joined by Ilana, right?
Yeah.
Ilana, not Alana. Ilana Golan.
Ilana Golan, you're perfect.
Ilana Golan.
Yes.
All right. Sorry. Let me try that again, Nick. Sorry.
Perfect.
Welcome back to the show. We are now joined by Ilana Golan of Leap Academy, a new program helping to help skilled professionals learn new skills, especially in the world of AI. Welcome to the show, Ilana.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Ben. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, it's so great to have you. So tell me a little bit about Leap Academy. What is the program? How does the program work? And how long have you guys been around?
So we've been here a few years. And the interesting thing is that there's a big need to help driven professionals reinvent, leap their careers, and nobody's helping them. The education system is not quite there yet. And there's going to be so many that will need to reskill. So whether it's leap to leadership, whether it's to find jobs, whether it's to jump to entrepreneurship, the regular education system is just not coping with this. And we became kind of that for anybody who is driven and really want to take their career to the next level. And it's just been incredible to see these humans, start from somewhere, either they're underpaid or appreciated, or just feeling not the best version of themselves, and where they can take themselves. And it's just beautiful.
So does Leap Academy focus predominantly on technology skills, or is it helping in all areas of professional life?
Oh, it's a beautiful question. So we do see a lot more professionals in tech, retail, health, finance, so kind of in these arenas. But it actually touches the soft skills that are not taught anywhere. So the emotional, the executive presence, the speaking, the how do you tell your story, how do you understand what you even want, and then the strategies to build your personal brand and really, land those leaps that you want for yourself, charge your worth, negotiate, things that are just not taught anywhere.
So it's going way beyond than just helping figure out the latest and greatest type of spreadsheet or helping to adjust to the newest technologies in the workplace. But if somebody was looking to move into management and was hoping to try and find, say, a better management style, something that was maybe less abusive than managers they've had in the past and more inspiring, is that something that Leap Academy can help with?
It's exactly that. And you also run into the classic chicken and egg. You never proved yourself, so why would we give you a chance? But then you never get a chance, so how can you prove yourself? And you get into these rhythms, and that's why it's so hard to change functions and industries and responsibilities and leap to bigger leadership roles. And that's why it's so needed in the world today. So we're going to see people reinvent themselves and leap every year or two. And nobody's teaching that. You're supposed to kind of go to college, finish your education at whatever, 20 something. And from that point on, most people are just not touching the things that they actually studied. So this is really to accompany driven professionals to leap faster and higher and really fast track to get the best version of themselves. And when they are, society is better, the workplace is better, the world is better. So yeah, it's incredible to see it.
Well, it sounds like a really great opportunity to help learn some of those soft skills that help improve just how we function in the workplace and how we interact with a lot of our coworkers and everything. But it sounds like Leap Academy's got some hard skills there too. And in the world of technology, so much is changing so fast that I would imagine that that's one way that continued learning can be really powerful, is keeping up on that changing technology.
You're absolutely right. And we're actually in front of a big cliff that I think a lot of people want to ignore. We're going to see millions of roles that will be diminished. And if you don't know how to reinvent yourself and leap to new things, you will get, irrelevant really, really quick. And to me, if people ask me, what is the one skill that will not go away? Yes, a lot of it is the emotional connection, but also the ability to reinvent and leap again and again and again. And having a recipe that does that is really, really strong because, again, we're going to need to adapt fast. And the people that will adapt fast will be able to leap, and those that are not will stay behind. And it breaks my heart. So if we can help as many people as possible, that's our aim.
So it sounds like there's a lot of awesome things that Leap Academy offers, but if people were interested in getting involved, in joining or participating, how could they go about doing so? What are the logistics about Leap Academy that we need to know?
I love it. So first of all, just leapacademy.com, reach out. There's free trainings, there are free strategy calls that you can have as a team. So we really want to help no matter what. If we do find you're a fit, we're going to explain exactly what is the strategy to work with us. If we don't, we teach a lot of free things and we give a lot of free elements. There's also a Leap Show, which is a podcast that I really highly recommend to listen to. There's a lot of really inspiring stories. So download it, subscribe it. It's on YouTube and it's on Spotify and all the typical podcast areas. Because again, I want to inspire you. What you don't see, you don't realize. The beautiful thing is we have people that move from $25 an hour to 200,000, a year. So I'm not saying this is for everyone, but I'm just saying these things are real. But if you don't know they exist, you keep thinking that it's not for you. So really just subscribe, come to the website, leapacademy.com, and, enjoy the free things or join us.
Well, I got one more question for you. So in the way that Leap Academy works, is it sort of like almost like a streaming service where once you've signed on, you've got a series of courses that you can kind of peruse at your leisure? Or do people work with your team to come up with a specific curriculum that's identified to them?
Oh, it's a beautiful question. So it is a combination. So we do have some online stuff. We also have a very, very scripted, engineered process for really driven professionals or teams that want to take themselves to a next level. If we work with individuals, again, the idea is to meet you where you are and reach you higher. And it's not about information, it's about the transformation. So we really want the engineered approach to get the clarity of what you even want to do. How do you tell that story? How do you seriously start, boosting that confidence, moving your network, building that personal brand, and starting to open up to opportunities that you didn't know were existed. So it's a very engineered process together with coaching, together with the network, together with the support. So it's a very, we basically surround you in order to break that pattern of where you've been so that you can get out of the box and into opportunities that you didn't know. So the program itself is very hands-on. But again, there's also online programs and things that you can do on your own. They're free. We like giving. So I want to give every driven professional the ability to chase their dreams.
Well, it really sounds like that's an opportunity worth checking out. And to have that team there to help support you in your learning and have that little bit of extra accountability too, I've always found to be really helpful when it's just you're out there on your own, just with an entire subject to learn at your leisure. That can be super challenging. Well, is there any last message you want to give us before we take off?
I just want to let everybody know that there's so much more out there for them. And if they just open the eyes, amazing what's possible. And what if, every single person will go chase their dreams. So, thank you so much, Ben. It was such a pleasure. And come to leapacademy.com or the Leap Show. I hope you enjoy it.
Well, Ilana Golan of Leap Academy, thank you so much for joining us. And make sure to go check out leapacademy.com and all of their other fantastic resources. Unfortunately, our tripods are getting a little bit tired, so they got to take a quick break. But after this short message, we'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back. So the Eagle Valley Chamber of Commerce is a fantastic organization that does a lot to help promote local businesses and create connections between business leaders in our community. And they have an upcoming event called BizToberfest, and we had the opportunity to stop by and talk to some of the leaders. Let's hear what they have to say. We are here at the Brush Creek Pavilion in Eagle with the Eagle Chamber of Commerce, and I've got Michelle, the executive director here. How are you doing today, Michelle?
Hi, I'm doing great, Ben. Thank you for coming down.
Of course.
It's a Chamber of Commerce Day today here in Eagle. It's absolutely amazing.
So you guys are here to tell us about the Biztoberfest coming up.
Yeah.
What is a Biztoberfest and what do you guys have going on?
Well, you know, the Chamber has been doing a business roundup. It's a business exposition for the last several years. I think it's been 9 years going. And it's been called the Business Roundup, sort of a Western theme. And it used to be held here at the Brush Creek Pavilion. But after so many years, they were sort of running out of space. And then there's been a couple of slow years because of COVID. So last year we had it at the Eagle County Fairgrounds because it's larger, so it was able to accommodate everybody. But the turnout was a little less than it had been in years prior. I think it's because of COVID. But I think everybody really appreciates this venue so much more, the Brush Creek Pavilion. So we're bringing it back here. It was very popular back in the day. So we're bringing it back. We're real excited about it. Biztoberfest is a business exposition, but now with an Oktoberfest flair. What we're trying to do is to encourage more public participation. We want all the members of the local community to come and experience a sampling of the local business community. The local business community, you know, has been through its challenges in the last few years, but we have so many unique products and services that our business community offers, and we want everybody to come get a sampling of them and have fun in an Oktoberfest environment.
So you guys have a lot of different vendors coming in, and can you tell us a little bit about those vendors, Michelle?
Yeah, so the exhibitors, it can really anybody who has a business that wants the opportunity to meet the community, showcase their services and products, and have one-on-one conversations. It really is what it's about. We are still taking exhibitors. We have several booths still available, so you can certainly contact Michelle at the Eagle Chamber to get a booth signed up. And honestly, year after year, the exhibitors also say the networking amongst the exhibitors themselves is a huge benefit. So they get to talk, they get to share their stories with the community, with each other, again, like in a one-on-one conversation.
Well, and that's always an important thing here in the Valley, right? Is different businesses really trying to support each other, especially the smaller businesses, and trying to give each other that little bit of a help. And I'm sure the Chamber of Commerce is a great way for different businesses to really kind of participate in that business community. So is it just open to Eagle businesses, or is it open to business throughout the Vail Valley?
It's open to businesses throughout the Vail Valley. Our focus is on the Eagle Chamber of Commerce and the Eagle businesses, but we've got businesses from all over the valley that are members because our benefits packages cover things that businesses in other towns can benefit from as well, such as promotional benefits and even our networking events and that kind of thing. The business roundup specifically is open to all businesses. Members, however, receive special pricing, and that's one of the benefits of being a member of the chamber. You can get your booth costs a lot less than a non-member can, but it's certainly open to members and non-members.
So if somebody was interested in joining the Chamber of Commerce prior to the event, is there still time? And if there is, how would they go about doing that?
Yeah, good question. They can join the same day that they want to reserve that booth. That's no problem. We can get that done in minutes.
Well, awesome. Is there an entry fee, an extensive form, or anything they need to bring?
In order to join the chamber, they can join right online. Just go to eaglechamber.co, click join today, and you can get yourself signed up that way so quickly. You can give me a call and we can do it over the phone even, so that's no problem at all.
Fantastic. So there's going to be a lot for the event to offer beyond just businesses, right? A lot of things that the community has. And Sandy, you've got a little bit of info for us about events and food and some of those other things coming at Oktoberfest, or Biztoberfest, I should say. My mistake.
Yeah, we were really excited about the entertainment. We thought with this theme, Biztoberfest, that we would reach out to Helmut Fricker, our local celebrity, and he agreed to provide his musical entertainment. So we're super excited that he and his band, the Alpine Echoes, are going to come play music outside here, and we're also going to have some games that Helmut and his wife Charlotte are going to help lead. We're going to have stein hoisting for both adults and kids, so start training now. The kids will have root beer in their steins. We're also going to have pretzel making that Helmut is going to teach the kids how to do, and also teach them how to play the alpine horn. And then what else are we missing?
We've also got the conga line and the chicken dance we're going to be doing. Yes. Helmut and Charlotte and the Alpine Echoes are going to be guiding us through these different games that we've got going on. But you're right, the pretzel necklacing, they're going to be teaching the yodeling contest. And we also have,
the costume contest is available. It's, costumes are optional,
Michelle
of course.
may win.
Well, that's one of the great things about Oktoberfest, too, is that there's always a great opportunity for costumes and all sorts of things. So how are you guys really kind of building the business element into the Oktoberfest? How is Biztoberfest going to be different from the business roundup?
Well, there's more activities happening now with Biztoberfest. And like you said, with an Oktoberfest theme, it really opens the door to so many different activities that we can take advantage of and really have fun with. We want the whole family to come. You can bring your children. They're going to have the children's games outside. So, I think in the past, maybe there wasn't a lot of that. It's sort of with a festival feel. And there's going to be a lot of food too. We're going to have soft baked pretzels from Village Bagel, newly opened Village Bagel in Gypsum there. We're going to have those with cheese sauce and the worst sausage bite you've ever had. We've got that. We've also got newly opened.
Is that worst sausage bite spelled W-U-R-S-T?
Thank you for asking. I wondered if I should clarify that. But to me it makes sense. Yes, W-U-R-S-T. So we've got lots of food for everybody. It's free, okay, to the public. It's free to the public. But we're also going to have newly opened Eagle River Brewing Company, the craft beer brewery that just opened there in Gypsum. They are going to be creating our first legendary signature Biztoberfest beer. So we're going to have that on tap here as well. So there's plenty for people to do. They can play games. They can come out and listen to the live music from the Alpine Echoes. They can eat. And the main course, though, are the exhibitors. The exhibitors are really creative with their booths. They have all kinds of games of their own happening at their booths, and they're going to have contests and raffles at their booths as well. I know Berkshire Hathaway, Colorado Properties, they're going to be having you build a house building contest with chopsticks and sugar cubes.
Well, that sounds fantastic. So speaking of some of the vendors that we have and all of the different people who are going to be there, you guys are still looking for different exhibitors. And how long is it until people have, or what's the deadline there to sign up?
August 25th is the deadline. I think that we can probably straggle if we've got a few left just past that date, but August 25th is the deadline we're looking at right now. We've got, like Michelle said, several booths available. We're about 60% sold out, so there's still some room there for sponsorships as well. There's a few sponsorships available. Sponsorships will gain you a passport, a position on the passport. That means whenever an attendee walks in, they get a passport. In order to qualify for the grand prize giveaway, they have to get every signature from every exhibitor on that passport filled out. So there's a lot of incentives to get foot traffic to the booths.
One thing we haven't mentioned at all is, when is Biztoberfest? What's the date of the event itself?
It is Thursday evening, September 7th. So the Labor Day week, correct?
Right after Labor
yeah,
Day.
right
The Thursday
after.
after Labor Day, yes.
Yep.
Perfect. So
From 5 to 8.
September 7th, 5 to 8, and that's going to be right here at the Brush Creek Pavilion. If people need more information, where can they go to look up some more about the event, look up more about the the Eagle Chamber of Commerce, and contact you?
Yes, they can go to our website, eaglechamber.co, not .com, but eaglechamber.co, and there's going to be information at the events calendar, and there's also a press release that just went out today. People can always contact me at 970-306-2262, but you can go to our Facebook page, Eagle Chamber of Commerce, and you'll see the event information there. We're also going to be advertising with the Vail Daily, the calendar of events. We're working with TV8. We love you. Thank you for your support of the community. You know, as an Eagle Chamber member.
We are more than happy to be here.
Thank you. As an Eagle Chamber member, you receive a free interview just like this with TV8 Vail. So I wanted to let everybody know that we appreciate your Advantage membership. So yeah, it's going to be sort of out in a lot of the advertising channels in the next 30 days. So
Local radio as well. We will be on KZYR, the Zephyr at 97.7 very soon.
Well, perfect. It sounds like a great opportunity for people to come out, get to know a lot of the local businesses, and just have some fun celebrating a little bit of German heritage at the same time. Well, awesome. Thank you guys so much. And that's the Eagle Chamber of Commerce coming with the Biztoberfest, and that's September 7th from 5 to 8 p.m. We'll be right back after a short message.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Summertime is here, and we all love laying out in the sun and reading a good book and just absorbing some new knowledge. And we've got one of the experts in this space, Carrie May from the Eagle Valley Library District. Thank you so much for meeting me.
Yeah, thank you for being here today. I'm super excited to talk books. All librarians are typically excited to talk books. Today, I really wanted to feature some of our nonfiction content. Typically, people think that's maybe not as exciting as all the new fiction we have coming in, but I just want to reassure you that we also have some really fun nonfiction coming in as well.
And you've brought a lineup of books behind us. This one immediately caught my eye.
Yeah, so this is the big book of tarot meanings. Tarot is really hot right now, so if you just happen to pick up a tarot deck and want a little more insight into what your reading may mean, this is a great book to check out.
And between that and then the cookbooks that you guys always have cycling in, which this is something that I really need to dive into. My cooking skills are terrible, so you can start with the beginner ones and just work your way up from there.
Absolutely, and what's really great too is if we have some really specific ones. So if you're, kind of craving something specific, this is a new one that recently caught my eye, That Noodle Life, and I've already perused it, and it has basically any type of noodle you can think of. We have Asian noodles, Italian noodles, and believe it or not, it even has taco noodles.
Whoa. All right. So I just signed up for my library card. I know what I'm doing later, looking into some taco noodles. Yeah. And then beyond that, you've got some crafting books and some great books with just beautiful pictures that really bring what's in the ocean to life on a page.
Yeah. So we always have a phenomenal collection of photo books. Again, this is a new one. It really ties into our summer reading theme too, Oceans of Possibility, but it just has the most incredible, beautiful underwater pictures, and whatever photo team worked on this just did a phenomenal job. They're beautiful, and I don't know how they got those pictures underwater.
I never know how they do that. So if people are interested in looking at the nonfiction section and maybe chatting with you as the expert in this space, where can they do so?
So any of your Eagle Valley Library branches have a great nonfiction collection. We have branches in Avon, Eagle, and Gypsum, and just walk in and ask your local librarian.
Carrie Mae, thank you so much for giving us all this great information and taking the time to chat us through some of these new books that you have.
You're welcome. Thanks for being here today. I hope to see you guys in the library this summer.
Make sure you come check out any of the Eagle Valley Library District libraries, only because they've got the best staff and, quite frankly, the best selection of books, and you want to start your summer reading. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we've got more of the show.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Liz Farron, one of our lovely hosts here, is also participating in a Tony and Tina's Wedding, a wonderful play put on by the Vail Theater Company that's opening this weekend at the Grand Hyatt. And she took a chance to introduce us to the rest of the cast. Let's take a listen.
Welcome everybody to Good Morning Vail on TV8. I'm your host Liz, and we always have something exciting on a Saturday, but nothing this exciting. All behind me is the entire cast and crew of Tony and Tina's Wedding. That's taking place on August 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th at the Hyatt in Vail. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, you're going to want to get them after you meet all these absolutely hilarious, fun, and talented people. I have joined this cast. I've talked about it before, my very first experience with an ensemble, but everybody else here, they know what they're doing. They sing, they dance, they are hilarious, they direct, they are just super fun, and we also have some people that are not behind me that are doing wardrobe and a lot of other great things. So I can't wait to get into this. Sitting to my right is the bride. Okay, everybody. Now, we're going to give everybody their real names. I want to introduce this amazing group of people to everybody out there because they're just an incredible group of people. And then you can talk about your character. So let's start with you because you're just my favorite.
Yeah. She's my stage mom. I'm Erica Ganaka.
Erica Ganaka. It sounds like something you take when your breath is bad.
Yeah. Banaka.
I love you so much. So you play the daughter of me, which I am Josie Vitale.
I'm so lucky.
Oh, I'm so lucky to have met you. The coolest thing is that a lot of the people in the theater company have just gotten to know you. You came from Denver, and you're like a really great talent. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I am from Michigan, and I packed up all my stuff last year, and I just sold everything, got in my car, left, and was like, I'm just going to start over in Denver. And how lucky am I that I was like, my favorite show ever, Tony and Tina's. I actually did it a few years ago. I'm reprising the role. I love it. So I'm just glad to be here. And what a welcoming cast of characters we have.
So true, and you remind me of myself when I was just like your age, because I did the same thing. Reinvention is the best.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Now we're gonna look at this gorgeous husband of yours. Yeah, working on my Italian. All right. Now you are the husband who plays Tony. That's right. And tell us a little bit about you. I know you've been here for a long time locally.
That's right, yeah. So my name is Jake Duttmer. I'm actually from the Vail Valley. And I lived in New York for 6 years after college. COVID kicked me out, came home, and I'm never going back. So happy to be back in the Valley. So.
I'm so happy it didn't kick your, you know what? Thank you for not, no. All right, we're gonna go a little bit to my left now because this is my son. I know, that was a blackout in the 80s. I didn't know either. But apparently I have a son named Joey, and you are just an amazing human. Before we even met and we were all doing our auditions, he was already in character. He was doing the accent, so I was pretty impressed. So talk about yourself just a little bit and your character.
Well, thanks, Mama. My name is Philip Gallegos. I play Joey Vitale, the younger brother of Tina. She plays my mother. I'm from the Valley originally, born and raised in Minturn, Colorado. Longtime local, love it here. Graduated Red Canyon, went to Colorado Mountain College, got my EMT, working with Colorado Mountain Medical right now. And you know, it's really good to be part of a cast again. You know, this group of people is so welcoming and so wonderful, and it's just an absolute blast.
Well, that couldn't have been said any better, and he's probably the youngest one here. He's the most mature, too, I think.
Well, I don't know about that one.
I'm starting to wonder. There's another one over there. Okay, now we are going to go around the room. We have so many incredible people. We have groomsmen and bridesmaids. So I'm just going to go ahead and start at the end. I've gotten to know everybody a little bit, but this is a great way to get you guys just to know you a little bit better.
I'm Shepard Stone. I grew up here in the Valley. I went to school at Battle Mountain and graduated. Went to Chicago at Loyola Chicago. Graduated then, and I'm back now and hanging wallpaper, and got a call one day that said, "Hey, you want to join a play?" And I said, "Sure." So here I am. I played Dominic. I'm one of the groomsmen, and I'm just honored to be here with all these people. It's awesome.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss Vitale.
Miss Vitale, please. Now, if you love to watch TVA Good Morning Vail, you might recognize this adorable thing right here, but she was a different character. Things change in real life. But Tiara, tell us all about you again, and now the character you are portraying.
Now I play Donna, who is just completely self-obsessed and is a singer, and it's so fun to play that. And then I'm Tiara. I'm from Denver originally, and I moved here because of theater.
What a better way to move here than for theater. And it's funny because I know that you told me you like playing this character because it's opposite from your real life character. Is that right?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. I am so not that D-man. I love you.
Quite as self-obsessed as Donna is.
No, you're not. That's what I'm saying. It's out of your character. Follow, darling. All right. This is so much fun. We have so many great people to talk to. Now, this gentleman over here, he hardly speaks, but he has such a big personality. It's crazy. You play the photographer, and we kind of got yourself weaseled in there into play. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am Silas Heafy. I play Sal Antonucci, who is a photographer by day and gambling addict by night. I am also, in real life, a student by day and sleeping by night. So, exciting things going on all around. So, yeah.
I love that. When you get older, it's the other way around. You're up all day, and you sleep all day, and then you sleep all night, and then you're up all night. It's a different thing. Now, next to him is one of the most colorful personalities I have ever met. We met through improv through the Vail Valley Theater Company, which, by the way, if you want to get into improv, you have to look them up, vailvalleytheatercompany.org. I'm going to give you some information on that as well. But I met you in improv, and I had no idea how hilarious you are, and now you're playing just this incredible colorful character into play. Tell us all about it.
So my name is Jeff Apps by day. I'm a financial planner. So I manage your money by night. I sing your daughters to sleep. So my character is Donnie Dolce. He is the wedding singer extraordinaire. Everything from X to Z, Madonna, all the way to the greats. So that's what I do.
Not to mention a local band you're in.
Little band called Rewind will be gigging all September. Check us up on rewindcolorado.com. There you go.
Selfless plugs are always welcome here at TVA. This beautiful lady has definitely stepped out of her comfort zone for her role. We are super proud of her because she's really getting into it and doing a great job. Let's know all about you in real life.
Hello, my name is Janelle Sandoval, and I originally met one of the producers, Jeff and Sandy. I was their daughter's preschool teacher at Trinity Baptist Church, and now I am a stripper on stage.
My daughter's a mess, by the way.
Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome, okay? She's a happy kid, though.
Loves it.
And I'm telling you, it is very humbling to be working with former well, not necessarily former students, but a cast that I have actually been like their teacher, taught them stuff not like this. But I went to Metro State and got a theater degree and a convergence journalism degree, and just understood like how to step into something like this and disconnect from who I really am, because I am actually a Christian. But this is great, and it was really great because when I did Into the Woods, Ethan Moore, the pastor at our church, showed up, and I had kind of a couple racy pieces in that, and he was just proud of me, and Jeff was on our worship team. So it was just very humbling, and this has just been an incredible experience to stretch in all kinds of different ways. Yeah.
Well, I love your story, and it is true that you're stretching, but you're doing a great job, so that just shows that the theater background paid off, and you're doing an amazing job. Keep it up. I swear, everybody here is amazing. Behind me, well, we had a little fling one time, but not in real life, everybody. We're talking about the play. This is a great character in the show and in real life. Tell us all about you. This is Big Tony, everybody.
Hey, my name is Ron Mooney. I play Big Tony Nunzio. Little Tony's dad, father of the groom. In real life, I do tours, Colorado Vail history tours out of the Colorado Snow Sports Museum. But when I saw this show, a North Jersey Italian wedding, being from Newark, New Jersey, and my parents from Newark, New Jersey, I could not resist to be in this play, and I'm having a blast. And I thank all our great cast that is making this so much fun.
And we have a lot of fun together in the play, you guys. We have 3 more amazing people to get to because I just love every person here. It's a whole group of people that you would have never expected to meet in your life, all in one place. I love it. All right, groomsmen. Now, this is something you don't do at home, children, but he does play a little dirty dealer in the movie, or the play, rather. But don't worry about it because he only does it for fake.
Right, only for fake.
Except those glasses.
Hi, I'm Jason. My character's name is Barely Wheeler. I'm the best man outside of theater. I actually went to the same theater school as Erica over here back in Michigan. And that's right over in this area, or this area over here, this right here. Yeah, I've worked on a few movies and mostly costume design in my previous life, and now I'm just out here in Eagle and mountain biking and sitting at home working. So yeah, I'm really happy to be here. Thank you.
That's amazing. I can't believe you guys know each other. I thought you just popped up out of nowhere. Oh, whatever. All right. John and I also met at Improv, and you are a talented guy, and you just have a lot going on, and I want to hear a little bit more about you. Tell everybody.
So I'm John Ermauer. I play Johnny Nunzio, the charming, sexy brother of Tony, right here. And I'm originally from Mexico. Did theater in high school before I found this amazing group of kids. I was fighting for scraps, technically. And yeah, I just love you all guys.
Aww. For the finale, we're all going to cry. Now, I want to introduce everybody to the director. He's the one that's been keeping us in line. We are a group of people that's probably hard to deal with, so tell us about that and all about you. I know you used to be a local and then you moved to Denver, so let's hear all about your directorial scenario.
Hi, my name is Robert Wagner. I am actually a transplant from California, from Los Angeles, California. I came out here in 2001 and found the Vail Valley Theater Company back in 2005. Did some shows. I've directed a couple of shows. I just love this. This is family, and I got to tell you, we have 35 cast members and roughly another probably 10 behind the scenes that are making this happen, and what a great group of people. We've got a fantastic show. If you don't come see Tony and Tina's wedding, well, you know, there might be some fish coming your way, you know what I'm saying? But what a great group of people. I've been very fortunate to have a little bit of film background, a little bit of stage background, and this is a dream come true to be able to have a great group of people come together and make this valley come to life again.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Robert. And it's true, having the history that you have in your background, it just makes you be able to get into director mode and handle all these people. There's a lot of people that didn't show up quick enough in time to get into costume, but there are so many more people that are involved in this play. You have to get your tickets. Go to vailvalleytheater.org, and we have special prices, and we also have some sponsor tables. If you want to sponsor, you can be a really big deal with the Vail Valley Theater Company and get your sponsorship in, and then you get a great night of fun, and you can also be part of the theater company. It's something that I jumped into late in life, and I'm never turning back, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you to everybody behind me, because they just would not make my life any better than they already do. So thanks again to everybody. Part of Tony and Tina's wedding taking place at August 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. Mostly sold out, so get your tickets today, everybody. I'm Liz. Have a great day. You are on Good Morning Vail on TVA. Woo!
Good morning, Vail.
Well, that's all the time that we have for this Wednesday, August 16th edition of Good Morning Vail. I'm your host, Ben Roof, and until next time, don't forget to check out all of those fantastic events going around town, like that pop-up restaurant at Flame at the Four Seasons, or check out the wonderful Leap Academy. Until next time, I'm Ben Roof. Have a great day out there.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer